Hi everyone. In our previous lessons, we've been doing a lot of work on one-point perspective. So today I have a little challenge for you. We're going to create our own underwater aquarium, and we're going to create this by using one-point perspective to give the effect that it's that things are going into the distance, that we're in a room that goes back into the distance. So I'm going to show you how to make the aquarium, and then you can be really creative and have some fun filling it with all your favorite sea creatures. So let's get ready to start. Okay, for this task you're going to need a pencil, a ruler, a rubber, a sharpener, maybe a fine liner, and just a range of different coloured pencils or textas or whatever you have at home. So let's get started. Okay. First thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw a cross through the middle of my page like this. Okay, now the cross has made a point in the middle, and that point is going to be the point of my one-point perspective. Now the next thing I'm going to do is in here I'm going to draw a square or a rectangle. I'm going to do that just by just marking out a line here. In fact, I'm going to make this easy by myself by actually making my line maybe so that it's about 6 centimeters long. So I've gone from 1 to 6. That will just make it easier for me. Now, I'm just going to join all this up to make a rectangle or a square. Okay, so I now have a square in the middle, around my one point in the middle. I'm just going to rub out these lines in the middle of the square now. I don't need them. Although I do need to keep my one point in the middle where those lines crossed over. Don't lose that point. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm just going to mark some points along the bottom of this square. So I might find, say, halfway and maybe 1/4 and 3/4 as well, just so I've got some even points along. And now I'm going to join these lines from that point, or I'll go this way first, from this point to this point, and I'm going to rule, but I'm not going to rule inside the square. So I'm going to rule a line like that. I'm going to do the same with this point, and I'm going to do the same with this point, so that all these lines lead back to this point. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to rule some horizontal lines now, just to make it look like the floor's tiled. Now, you just have to sort of gauge or guess where it looks best, but you will know that the lines will get slightly further apart as they move down. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is create the effect of a tiled floor moving back into the background. I'm also going to put some walls in, so I'm just going to measure from the side, just maybe 1 centimeter up. It doesn't have to be 1 centimeter, I'm just making it 1 centimeter. And then from this point to this point, I'm going to rule a line out like this. Coming to this point, what I'm now doing is just creating some low walls. In fact, I'm going to double this up. I'm going to make another thin line next to it, always coming back to that point. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is just mark off some other lines. I might go a ruler's length apart here, and maybe I might now go maybe even 2 rulers apart. Okay, and now for the top, I'm going to do a curved line for a curved roof. Okay, now I've made the inside of my aquarium. Now that I'm happy with that, if you want to, you don't have to, but I'm going to go over mine with a fine liner. Okay, now I'm going to rub out all the pencil lines. Okay, now that I have rubbed out my pencil lines, I'm ready to now add the fish or sea creatures and colour it in. So here we go.